Good day, everybody. I'm here to elucidate a little about project management. I want us to consider this course as a crash course in software project management. So why are we going into project management? Why do we study project management, software project management? It's easy. Software project management can no longer be left for those who know little or nothing about software development. Even though the general principle of project are applicable in software project management, it has become necessary for computer science students to manage projects in computing for overall effectiveness. So that brings us to the question, what is a project? What is a project? The word project is of Latin origin and it is from the word projicere. Projicere. And what does that mean? Projicere means to throw forward. To throw forward. That's what the word projicere means. Now, it suggests movement. It suggests a trajectory. Yeah. Suggests a trajectory. And it also means that it is time-based. Yeah. It also means that at a point, there are so many variables working together. At a certain point, the variables are decreasing and so on and so forth. So it's described by space, by time, and there is a relationship between space, time, resources in projects. So if we take this trajectory, this diagram of the projectile motion, it starts at a certain angle with a certain force. It moves with so many people here, maybe few people, the project manager, and so on. And then as it progresses, more people are coming into the project. At a certain time, there are so many people, and as time goes on, the number of persons decrease, and until a certain time when only the project manager is left alone, and he hands over the project. So this particular project is described over a certain period of time. So project starts at a particular time, t equals to 0, and it ends at a particular time, t is equal to total project time. So that's what a project, the word project, projicere, actually means. Now, generally, how do we define the project? According to OGC, they say that project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. Now, a project is also defined as a temporary organization that is created for the purpose of delivering one or more business products according to an agreed business case. Now, from these definitions I have given you, we are going to conclude in this first lesson with the characteristics of a project. Characteristics of a project. So number one is that a project is temporary. It is temporary. What does that mean? It means that it is not business as usual. You cannot have something permanent as a project. A project begins and ends after some time, going by what we have just described. Number two characteristic of a project is that a project is always unique. In other words, no two projects can be the same. If you are building a house somewhere, even if it's an estate and you have similar buildings, you are going to build the next building with the experience of the former one. You are not building on the same space. You are not building, the topography may be different. If it has a slanty landscape, it means the blocks at certain points will be different in the other building with respect to this one. There are challenges you face in each of the artifacts you are producing. So no two projects are the same. And apart from that, the third thing about projects is that it brings about change. It brings about change. In other words, before you start any project and after the project is ended, there's a difference. If you are having a housing project, I'm just giving a general example. I don't want to delve into software projects first. But let's have a broad example of the broad understanding of what project is. So I know what people usually or generally understand about project is about buildings. So we are going to start from the known to the unknown. So if you have a building project, for instance, in a particular space, and before you start the project, you just have a field, an empty land. After you have finished the project, you have a building standing there. In other words, projects bring about change. The fourth thing is that it is cross-functional. It is cross-functional. What does that mean? It means that projects have many different stakeholders involved in it. If you are having a building project, no one person does a building from the starting to finishing point. At a certain point, you have bricklayers. At a certain point, you have painters. At another point, you have roofers, people who roof the building, people who plaster, electrical fittings, plumbers. Projects are products of so many experts. No one person can do it. No one expert can actually do a project because projects are usually complex. So projects are cross-functional. That's one of the characteristics of projects. And finally, to go, project is risky. It is risky. Yes. So risk is one of the variables we deal with when we are having a project because there are certain level of uncertainties that are associated with every project. Thank you. Till we meet in the next lecture.